So what we're doing is I need everyone to make a rectangle in their sketchbook that's roughly, let's say, about 4 or 5 inches. We want 2 rectangles. And we're going to practice creating values and changes of color inside of both of these spaces. So our first task in understanding how to use our color pencils as drawing tools, not necessarily coloring tools, is layering values of a color. And you will do this in your monochromatic space. So I am collecting color pencils that are one color. So I'm going to use blue. And I need a white color pencil and a black color pencil to create shades. So when you're selecting your colors, you're going to need one color to work with and a white and a black. So what I'm going to do first is with my main color, I'm going to start out with the lightest pressure that I can have on my pencil. And I want to be very careful about the way that I'm putting this color down. I don't want lines, and I'm trying to not go outside of the space. So we want to work very carefully, and we want to make sure that our movements of our pencil are very clean so that we get a nice, smooth filling of the space. All right, as I get towards the center, where I want the color to start getting darker, I'm going to start adding more pressure in, but I still want to make sure that I'm controlling my movements as I'm going. If you're having the temptation to start going like this and going kind of crazy, slow down and try using small circles instead. So to change the value of the color with your color pencil, the trick is to use pressure across the space. And the more pressure you put on your pencil, the darker the value is going to be of your color that you're putting down. You might not see a lot of change if you're using a yellow or a yellow-green as fast, but the same thing is happening. So as I'm getting towards the end, I'm going to put a lot of pressure in this space. Remember to still control what your pencil is doing. You might notice that I've moved more so to small circles. And I want you to notice how I don't have lines where I can see the individual pencil tip marks. I want everything to be very, very smooth as it goes across in value as a change of value. So that's a basic way of working. If you want to enhance your change of value, this is where you might start using your white and your black color pencil. So with the white, I'm going to layer my white color pencil in the very edge and use this to push my blue all the way up to the ends where I didn't go quite there. And you might notice that it's kind of smoothing your pencil marks out. So if you want something to look a little smoother, you can use a white color pencil. And I'm putting a lot of pressure on my pencil right here. And as I go towards the middle, I am lessening the pressure. So as you could put your white down, your white is going to be less in pressure and be kind of barely anything once you get towards the center. On the opposite side, this is where I would use my black. And I'm going to put a little bit of black on the edges. I'm not going to press down too hard because I still want it to be blue. And as I go further out, I'm going to lessen the pressure. I'm not going to use as much black as I did white, but I do want to have a darker value of blue. So I'm going to put some black on the edge and again, lighten up the pressure as I go towards the center. Then my last step would be, do I want to enhance my blue? And yes, I do. So I can go back and relayer the blue in so that that blacker, darker area is more blue rather than black. Because remember, the color that we're trying to create should always be the color that we see, not necessarily the color that we were blending in. We want it to still be a blue. So I'm just going to go back and layer over everywhere where I want it to be more blue. So that's how you would create a value change from light to dark. So in your sketchbooks, I'm going to give you a little bit of time to go from light to dark in your sketchbooks with your value.